This is the 2024 Samsung QN900D Neo QLED 8K, and I was able to see this at Samsung's facility, got hands-on with it, got to spend pretty much all day with it. I was there for 8 hours with multiple TVs, and it was a really fun experience overall. I think the whole pleasure of just being there with my colleagues was awesome, and I have to say that there's a lot of mixed results with this TV, and I'll kind of get to that. Now, when we're talking about trying out TVs all day in a company facility, you have to know that it is a controlled environment, but they don't have any control of what I'm saying to you. Everything that I'm saying is my own thoughts. Everything that I'm testing is my ideas. This is exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get the same type of first impressions video that if it was in my room for a day and I gave you my first impressions. Just like I do with all the other TVs, this is what you're getting with this one. There's going to be pros, there's going to be cons. Of course, this isn't the first time I've seen this TV. I saw this TV at CES, but I only got to see it for about 10 minutes the first time I saw it. So I wanted to give you a different type of video talking about my overall experience with it, my feeling that I got, but I didn't want to make this just an overall review. I wanted to definitely give you insights on what my experience was being in front of a 8K TV, because a lot of people don't think that they can see a difference with 8K, and I'm going to tell you that that's just something that I personally don't feel or agree with. I saw 8K before and I felt this, and I shared this with you guys before with another brand. I can see a difference. I can see the difference when I am close up. There's a fine detail difference. And this TV is no exception, and it might even take it to the next level. And I'll explain why that is. And a lot of it has to do with the processor, the NQ8 AI Gen 3 processor. It is definitely something else. So let's get into this processor, why this processor is such a big deal. So you're going from 64 neural networks to a whopping 512 neural networks. And on paper, that sounds like a ton, right? And you know what? I'm not even smart enough to know how the AI algorithm works in this TV. I can just tell you that I've never seen anything upscaled this good from 4K to 8K, but this does it better than anything I've seen. But the beauty of this processor isn't just 4K to 8K. I've seen that before, like I mentioned, but being able to do 1080p to 8K, now that was something else because we threw a lot of 1080p footage at this thing just to see how it handles and how it upscales. And I have to say, I was pretty impressed. And earlier in the day, we were having some trouble with the Wi-Fi, so we couldn't even get 4K to play properly. So we were kind of forcing 1080p because we didn't have a choice. But this TV still handled it really well. So that kind of opened my eyes and made me realize this is doing something kind of different that I've never seen from an 8K TV. In the past, we talked about 8K upscaling. One of the complaints in the 8K TV lifecycle was upscaling, the ability to not upscale things to 8K properly, and 8K not being even displayed properly. We've come a long way from that, and now we're getting just awesome 8K picture quality out of this Neo QLED 8K TV. And when you see it up close, I think you might think the same thing. So I hope you get a chance to go out and see it somewhere. It is a cool experience, up close and personal. I do notice fine detail differences, and that's not a new thing for me with 8K, but it is a new thing seeing 1080p get upscaled to 8K and looking really good. Now, I did film some footage with the DJI camera, and the picture mode was a little bit different for this. So I do apologize. It's not going to be the same picture mode, but I hope you like this footage because I thought this footage really demonstrated the big picture. Like I was in front of this 85-inch TV and I was trying to give you guys a good look at it, just kind of looking up at the TV because there was a couch that was just low to the ground kind of, and that's what I was sitting on to film this. And this is the footage that I thought that you guys would appreciate the most as well. It was such a cool demo too. I don't know if I've ever seen this 8K Samsung demo. Next, I want to talk about the AI Motion Enhancer Pro. This was a really cool feature and it seemed to work really good. It seemed to do everything that it said it was doing. So that's pretty cool. When something works as advertised, I like that. And, you know, as far as judder, I didn't really see it at all on this TV. So that's a good sign. There's a lot to love about this TV in terms of gaming. It does 4K, 240 hertz, which is unheard of. Like, this is something that kind of blew my mind when I heard about it. I didn't believe it when I first saw it, but I tested it. It works, and that's all that we need to know. because my PC wasn't strong enough to run 4K 240 hertz for most games. I had to run a really old game to get it to work, but it does work. So if you have the computer that's powerful enough to run 4K 240 hertz, you're gonna love this thing. It is absolutely smooth. And maybe this is a placebo thing, but Game Motion Plus felt better than ever on this TV as well. I don't know if it's because it has the capability of doing 240 hertz. Now, I didn't get to test gaming as much as I would want to, but it was a good experience overall. Most of the stuff tested was the Spears of Munsell disc, some 1080p demos, some 4K demos, and the takeaway from that was that it's a very bright TV. The contrast is pretty good overall, probably some of the best contrast that I've seen in a mini LED TV. And the reason for this is because it has a lot of dimming zones, it has a really good dimming algorithm. So we're talking about a good performance overall from a mini LED TV. But I want you guys to understand that this is still not the contrast level of an OLED TV. You will not be able to get to the OLED TV level of contrast. I hope you guys understand that. Now, the black levels, they are deep, right? So if you're looking for inky blacks, you're getting that with this TV. And the amount of blooming coming from this TV was actually not that much. I expected way more blooming because it's such a bright TV. But like I said, the dimming algorithm just appeared to be really good. Now, the brightness is another topic because we did shine a very bright light onto this, and it did a really good job of pushing the image through the light. This is good and bad. It does have that anti-reflection on it where you will see the rainbow effect, but it shouldn't be a problem for most bright rooms. It's really when you just have like lamps in the screen, things like that. So you guys would know if you've seen it. It's a little bit different than the other Samsungs, but I kind of included some footage, and this is a really bright light that we shined on the TV. And by the way, we shined this on another TV that I can't really talk about. So really quickly, I do want to talk about sound. It's got a 6.2.4 sound system. It sounds really great for TV speakers. So if you're somebody who buys the TV and hopes for the best with your TV speakers, because you don't want to have any extra devices. I know there's a lot of people like that. You would be okay with this TV here. Now, you could definitely make it better with a soundbar, and you could even pair it with a Samsung soundbar for the Q Symphony, but the speaker system is great. The object tracking sound with the sound quality provides a nice experience overall. Now, the biggest elephant in the room is it worth the money? And I can't make that decision for you, but we have to address that. Yes, it is a pretty pricey TV overall. I think for people that are looking for just something new with their TV, something different with their TV, and they're somebody who pixel peeps and looks for fine detail differences, the 8K TV could be for you if you can justify spending your money on it. And it's not going to be for everybody. That is definitely for sure. It's probably not going to be for the people that are locked into OLED because they probably don't want to go away from OLED. But for some people, they might just want that bright, awesome LED TV that can deliver enough contrast to make you happy. And I think this TV can do that. I really do. I would personally own this TV. I would make this TV my daily driver at 85 inches. It looks incredible. And that 8K resolution, that 8K upscaling that it gives you is nice. So I was impressed with this TV overall. It was my favorite TV at the facility. And I did see multiple TVs that day. And yes, one of them was an OLED TV. And I was telling all the guys that went that same thing. So you can even ask them. What do you guys think? Tell me, will you buy an 8K? Do you think I'm crazy for liking 8K? Or do you think that 8K is cool just like I do? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys have any questions at all, please do leave a comment. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'll have 2024 TV reviews, comparisons, and settings all year long. You're not going to want to miss it. If you guys want to keep watching videos on 2024 TVs, I think you'll enjoy this one right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.